What's going on, guys and girls? If you're new around here, my name is Zephr. Welcome into the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you why Weezing is easily an S or A tier pick Pokemon for the new Regulation E format that we're going to be playing in just about a couple days. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the team breakdown. So coming up first on our team breakdown today is none other than Iron Hands. Iron Hands is a fantastic Pokemon. It might be even the best Pokemon to come out of Generation 9, maybe close, well, probably as close to Fluttermane as Fluttermane is good in Generation 9. This Pokemon's got insane staying power, HP stats, bulk, damage. It can do it all. It goes toe-to-toe with itself. It has one of the best Terra options in the game. Yeah, this thing is just a machine. I've talked about it a lot. We're running the traditional set here: Fake Out, Drain Punch, Wild Charge. All of its stabs plus Fake Out just allows you to cancel your opponent's turn, essentially, as and when, you know, they're not holding the Covert Cloak or they're not a Ghost type. And then Heavy Slam is the pick for me for dealing with opposing Fluttermanes in one shot, besides if you get intimidated. The Assault Vest variant, which is probably the most common version of Iron Hand you see. I have played around with Leftovers, Booster Energy, all sorts, but this is by far the best version of it. And yeah, this thing does insane amounts of damage, can threaten pretty much anything on the field with Drain Punch and Wild Charge, causes hassle with Fake Out on switch-ins, and yeah, it's just one of the best Pokemon to come out of this generation. So yeah, so the next Pokemon on the list is a Pokemon I touched on briefly in my last video. So we're using Ogerpon. Ogerpon is by no means a broken Pokemon. It is a very, very good Pokemon, but it is very squishy at the same time. It depends how you run it, because you can run Ogerpon in 4 different types of ways if you guys haven't got much play with it. It's the new DLC Pokemon. It's got 4 different masks that allow it to Terra into 4 different mask forms. Each of those forms has their own boost, so Grass gets speed, Fire gets attack, etc. And they, all 4 of them in their normal form, get their own ability as well. So Fire Ogerpon has Mold Breaker, which is why it's replaced pretty much most of the fire types in the metagame right now. Because this thing can actually deal with Terrestrialized Heatran under the right conditions. A lot of people have started running I think it's Ability Shield, yeah, Ability Shield with Heatran now, so that they can negate Mold Breaker, so that's kind of walled, but people will figure ways out of dealing with it if it isn't U-turn or anything else. This Pokemon's attack stat is ridiculous, its speed stat is really, really good as well. As I said, it's not the bulkiest thing. You can work with that with Intimidate on your Intimidator. Mine is Landorus, obviously, and you can give it a bit more potential in that. And, you know, Ivy Cudgel is an insane move. It changes type depending on what Terrestrialization Ogerpon takes on. It does base 100 damage with no drop in accuracy whatsoever. It has more chance of hitting critical hits. It's a madness. And for Ogerpon being a grass fire type, being able to have Wood Hammer as well, so if something terrestrializes into water to avoid your fire move, you can just deal with it that way as well. Yeah, it's crazy. And then it gets access to Stomping Tantrum, and Spiky Shield is a better form of Protect. And this thing is really, really good. It fits into most teams in the metagame right now, and it's definitely come out and showed that it's worth. So yeah, Ogerpon. So Landorus is back on my team, and this time it's running, as I was just talking about, the Ability Shield. This item is really, really interesting because it's been out for a long time, but it's never really seen any use until now. And the reason for that is essentially Ogerpon and Weezing. You know, both of these Pokemon have abilities that can counteract entire teams. Having the Ability Shield on one of your Pokemon allows you to just cancel that out and have one way of working around that. And that's why my Landorus is running the Ability Shield, so that it can still use Intimidate, which is, by far, as I talk about all the time, one of the best abilities in this game. Being able to drop your opponent's attack stat on their Iron Hands or Ogerpon by 1 is incredible, and it allows you to live certain matchups. It also allows you to make plays you couldn't usually play. Intimidate is just a really important move in any format. So yeah, Landorus is my choice here because Terra Flying comes also super well into the metagame right now. Not only does it normally insta-kill a bunch of Pokemon that, you know, don't want to get hit by it anyway, but then you get to deal with things like Ogerpon and, say, my Diplin if you add an enemy Diplin, as well as fighting types like Urshifu and such. So we're running Rock Slide as it's a great move. It hits both slots and has that flinch chance. We're running Terra Blast because you want your Landorus to have a stab fly move if you're going to terrestrialize it and do loads of damage with it. Stomping Tantrum as it's a single target earth move that is going to do double damage if your opponent fakes you out or such, and is always threatening, and has really seen a lot of play in Gen 9. And then Protect, because I think Protect is really good on Landorus, especially when you're using Weezing, because if you see Urshifu, you can just negate that, and you can save your Landorus for at least a turn. So yeah, Landorus is really good. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I completely understand the hype around it now, and yeah, it's a phenomenal Pokemon. So we're running the speed boosting, speed lowering Fluttermane again. This thing is really, really good for allowing you to debuff your opponent's Pokemon, especially in Tailwind, and be able to get your stuff to actually outspeed things in Tailwind. It's also going to, well, just in general doing damage as well. This thing's slightly bulky. It's also got a fair amount of special attack, but it's also going to be boosting its speed with booster energy when you pop that when you get on the field. So it outspeeds pretty much anything in the format. Dazzling Gleam is a great form of stab for Flutter Mane. Shadow Ball is another way of dealing with other Flutter Manes and is a great form of stab as well. Icy Wind, as I said already, is there so you can hit Pokemon with super effective damage like Landorus that will take 4 times damage to that. But you can also keep your opponent's Pokemon in check when they're under Tailwind, which is really, really important in a hyper-aggressive format. And Protect is just a great move overall on every Pokemon. So yeah, Flutter Mane is here. It goes nowhere ever. It's just great. So here is finally the star of this team. We are using Weezing. This thing is phenomenal. I know a lot of people were super excited about this Pokemon coming in. The main reason for this is neutralizing gas is just such an incredible ability. We're in a meta where a lot of Pokemon have the potential to consistently take OHKOs or force methods of play. Urshifu being one of them. Unseen Fist means you sometimes just can't do anything and you are forced to lose a Pokemon. Neutralizing gas can actually alleviate that by stopping Unseen Fist. You can also stop Ogerpon from getting a +1 on terrestrialization into fire. So if you intimidate it with Landorus and then get Weezing on the field, it's at -1 and it's not going to do a ton to you like it wants to be doing. There's other Pokemon as well, you know, that are in the format. I can't think of it. Actually, yes, I can. Chien Pao, Swords of Ruin, and Chi-Yu, Beads of Ruin. Those two abilities are ridiculously strong. We all know that from the previous formats we've all been playing. Neutralizing Gas eliminates both of those things, so essentially it takes away their +1 that they both get instantly, which is incredible, and I can't say that enough. It slows the game down a lot in your favor, especially when you're running a lot of Pokemon that aren't relying on their abilities and you can use without. We're running Sludge Bomb because Weezing needs some form of doing damage. It can poison, it's its main form of stab, and it actually hits surprisingly hard into certain matchups. Will-O-Wisp is another great way of you alleviating damage from, say, Iron Hands, Urshifu, Rillaboom, all these necessary physical aggressive Pokemon that are running around, and Weezing can take hits from all of those Pokemon very nicely. If you see Urshifu, you want to Terra Water most of the time, but at the same time, you're not too concerned. As long as you can get that Will-O-Wisp down, it's not going to be doing anything to the rest of your team. Taunt, because Taunt is super important as well. You don't want your opponent setting up Aurora Reveals, Trick Rooms, all that sort of stuff for this team, and you're going to be able to stop that with Taunt. And then Protect, because Protect. Run Citrus Berry on this Weezing so it's got more staying power, because most of the Pokemon about are going to hit it for, like, I'd say about 30 to 50% damage when it does get hit, and then that Citrus Berry is going to trigger and your Weezing's going to be sitting around a bit longer. So yeah, I think this Pokemon is really, really important going into Regulation E. It changes the game up a ton and your opponent really has to navigate around it, and I think you'll see it being used a lot, to be honest, in the next format. So yeah, Weezing is my pick, and that's why I wanted to make this video on it today. And finally on this team I have Dipplin. Dipplin didn't get to see a ton of use in this video today. I will be making a separate video using it because I want to show it off. It's an insane Pokemon, and if you haven't been playing around with it, you won't understand, but it's incredible. Super Sweet Syrup is incredible ability. Lowering your opponent's evasion just for switching in is huge. That allows you to hit moves you couldn't usually hit, like Rock Slide when it sometimes misses, along with, trying to think, Icy Wind can miss. What else here can miss? Anything in particular? No, not really, but you know what I'm getting at. Being able to up your accuracy, especially on another thing like Hydro Pump, you know? Super Sweet Syrup is an incredible ability. Dipplin gets a ton of bulk. It can also use the Eviolite, which is huge, which means, you know, we're definitely getting an evolution in the next format, which everyone said we would, and it's super hype, but I'm really excited for that. But Eviolite gives Dipplin like a defense stat of over 200, which is crazy when you think about it. Fire Terror, because Ogerpon is the main thing running around that could actually beat it in this format, so you want to terrestrialize defensively with this Pokemon. I've always said I think defensive Terror is worth a lot more than offensive Terror, depending on the situation. So yeah, I'm a big believer in that here as well. And then we are running a moveset of Infestation, so Dipplin can force opponents to switch out or continuously damage them for 3 to 5 turns. It doesn't seem like a lot when you use it, but when your opponent is taking that residual damage, they're definitely going to feel it, like in Gen 8 with G-Max Charizard Wildfire. Syrup Bomb, which is Dipplin's signature move, so when you hit an opponent with this move, not only is it going to do damage, rightly so, into like a water type or a ground type, pretty significantly to be fair, it's also going to lower that Pokemon's speed stat for 3 or 4 turns, which is actually incredible as well. It's like having a constant Icy Wind each turn, but you get to select a different move. Huge. Dipplin has a lot going for it, I promise you. Look at the stats on the Pokepaste once again in the description if you don't believe that this thing is bulky as all live in hell. It also gets access to Pollen Buff, which is great for all of its teammates. Iron Hands wants to see Pollen Buffs. Weezing definitely wants to sit around. Lando, Flutter, any of these Pokemon just aren't minding that whatsoever. We just don't have a Munga, so we're not sleeping things, but they play 2 different roles. So, yeah. And then we've got Recover, so that Dipplin can stay around even longer, just like Weezing, you know? Yeah, this Pokemon is really cool. I think it's the best Applin evolution we have so far. It's more of a supportive Pokemon, but who didn't expect it to be. And yeah, I'm having a ton of fun playing with it. And as far as the team breakdown goes, guys, that is it. I really hope you pick this team up and have some fun using it. It's great watching your opponent panic because you shut everything down. And then winning games with Dipplin is also therapeutic. It's so funny. The team code is in the corner, and it'll also be in the description as per usual. So with the Pokepaste, that'll be down there as well. And yeah, that's really about it. So if you enjoyed today's video, guys, leave a like. It really helps me out. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm and all that sort of jazz, and I appreciate it. Leave a comment on what you think of any of these Pokemon, how you feel about them, what you think of the team, what could be better, what could be worse, that sort of thing. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and turn my post notifications on so that you never miss a video from me. And besides that, that's about it, yeah. So thank you so much, guys, for your continuous support. I appreciate the bones off here. My name's Zephr, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Right, we've got Weezing out back, because Weezing's got the Willows as well. This is a perfect opportunity, really, here to get this done. Intimidate, awesome. And I think, honestly, here, we can protect Lando and switch Weezing in, because Ogerpon's not... I don't know. Yeah, I think that probably is the best thing you could do here. So let's go protect, and let's go Noxious, because we don't want this Ogerpon to Terra and get a attack boost when it's on an Intimidate right now. Right now it's kind of wet flannelly, and if we can keep it that way, then we're in a really good situation. There's Weezing the Furious. Cool tag, we love that. There we go, lovely. Terra the Ogerpon do it. This is where Weezing is so good, right? Because you do this just to alleviate the Intimidate. But now, that's just not going to happen, it's still at -1, so... you still get the mass bonus with an item, but you don't get the ability prop, which is huge. Now that you're Terra Fire, I'm pretty sure I can just go after you as well. Yeah, I did think that would be the play. For sure. That was the correct play. Now I kind of have to just... Weezing's at full. Stomping Tantrum into you. And we Will-O-Wisp you. We should be in good form, right? I don't think Ogerpon does much damage to my Lando at -1. And we want to Will-O-Wisp Rillaboom, for sure, yeah. Maybe Cudgel, this could have been expected anyway. Please don't crit me. Oh, we're after Weezing, okay. Well, Weezing doesn't really care about that, to be honest. Like, Ogerpon does not enjoy Stomping Tantrum. Huge. Weezing is actually so good. Against Ogerpon, against Swords of Ruin, against so many things. And then Ability Shield is going to be a much better ability now. 40, okay. We get the Citrus Berry proc, which is huge. It's not like you can even intimidate my Landorus, he just doesn't care. Now we get the Will-O-Wisp, so we've nougat this Rillaboom down. And things look really good right now. Like, this is the idea. Like, Lando is actually such a good Pokemon. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Rillaboom is, like, not even a concern now, because it's burnt and we could just Terrafly and one-shot it anyway. So, well, I'd expect that. There's no way to intimidate my Landorus, so it just stays at the damage. The only thing is you have to drop the AV, but if you're willing to spec your Lando to suit in special defense a bit more, then you're fine. Okay, Garchomp, that's fine. Another burn target, really. What's going to be Outback last? I feel like I can... Like, there's nothing on the field that really threatens me right now. I'm sure I can just bring Weezing in. Go Terrafly and Terra Blast. And... do we even need to switch out? Like, I don't think necessarily we do. I think we just Will-O-Wisp into the Garchomp again, right? Like, yeah. Weezing can kind of hold his own here. Don't get me wrong, like, he's not going to enjoy an EQ from that thing, but Lando's going to kill this Rillaboom this turn for sure, so. And also, you're not going to be hitting my Lando with any Earth moves, so have fun with that one. Terrafly and Lando is strong. Grassy Glide, 9 damage, huge. Hog. Outrage, that'll actually do some damage. Jesus. That was actually huge. I respect that. Did not think you'd have outrage Garchomp. Jesus, that is huge. Will-O-Wisp is good. Both of these Pokemon are neutered. I'm sure I can probably just swap in now. But actually, no. If I protect Lando this turn, and we Sludge Bomb the Rillaboom, we should be good. Because I want to cycle Landorus out for an Intimidate, you know? Right, let's go protect this turn. Sludge Bomb Rillaboom. That should be good. My opponent is really trying to figure out whatever's going on. Don't... What is that? Why? Why are you running Quick Claw? The rest of the team looks really good. And then you see that this Garchomp has a Quick Claw. Like, Chien Pao. Okay, so we're going to get to break the sash on that this turn. That's huge. I guess you just want to be able to restore Fake Out. Like, that's going to be huge. Do we get the confusion here as well? Yes, lovely. Right. We are in a commanding position to just win this game now, to be honest. Chien Pao takes half from that. That's huge. Weezing can actually output some damage as well. It's not going to do God's work for you, don't get me wrong, but it is definitely able to do something, as well as being a great support mon, as well as shutting down ability Pokemon. Right. So, yeah. I think, honestly, here, I can kind of just let... Tough one. I don't want to let Lando go down. So, I honestly think I can attack, but I could potentially just get wiped here. I would probably lean into going into Ogerpon and just protecting Weezing. Should I Sludge Bomb something? I can't Sludge Bomb Garchomp. I think I wanna taunt this Chien Pao. No, we just go for some damage on it, to be fair. We don't need to taunt it. We could, and it force to switch out into Rillaboom, but I would assume this Chien Pao has Sucker Punch, like it's part of its primary set now compared to what it used to be, so yeah, there we go. Know my Pokemon. Stay confused, boy. Stay confused. Oh, okay. Pokemon is not going to enjoy that so much. Actually, because of the burn, that's really not too bad, to be honest. Chien Pao gets poisoned. That's the saddest thing I've ever seen. Don't even have to do anything now for you to go down. I'm just going to double protect this turn to get that damage spark in, I think. Actually, am I? No, part of me wants to go after this Garchomp right now, to be honest. It's confused, it's burned. I just need to start like wearing and tearing my opponent's Pokemon down. But I don't really have to do anything. I'd assume you switch out here so you can reset the But I think that's not massively going to matter. We're just going to Wood Hammer there and Sludge Bomb here, yeah. I'm in the driving seat right now, that's the main thing, you know? Snapped out of confusion, that sucks. Back into outrage, cool I guess. Weezing took 40 damage from that. Weezing is so good. You got confused almost instantaneously again. Oh my god, that sucks for you, bro. Brittany, do the thing. Oh my god, that didn't kill. I mean, that's fair enough though, actually. Chien Pao down though, sad. And then this turn, I just Spiky Shield Protect to avoid Fake Out. Rillaboom potentially takes itself out because of that. The Garchomp is no longer a concern whatsoever, and we have won this game with very little trouble whatsoever. Against four very, well, Garchomp used to be a bit meta, but the other three are very meta-defining Pokemon. Right, there he is, Big Rilla. What was the first Pokemon again now? Oh, Ogerpon, yeah, we smashed him. To be honest, I think Weezing can actually just kind of send it here. Like, I can protect with a Fake Out takes out my Ogerpon all day, but yeah, we're just sending it here. Rillaboom takes himself out, that's cool. If not, we take him out with Weezing, because I don't think either of these Pokemon can actually KO my Weezing here. Unless you like double in, then maybe. EQ. Okay, so you've sacrificed your own Rillaboom now. Confirmed. I think he's just panicked now. Weezing didn't even care. Like, once you get the burns down, it's so easy to mitigate damage. Like, Weezing's got such good utility, it's crazy. That's like a good 10%, 15%. That burn's gonna do it now. Yeah, there we go, W. Thank you, sir, for proving my Weezing's capabilities. I appreciate that. Weezing the Furious wins. Well, actually, Noxious, like Noxious Gas, but, you know, still vibing, we're chilling. Taking W's. His character looks drippy, man. Okay, okay. I respect that. He's got his Rillaboom and a green ball as well. Respect that also. Neutralising gas meaning you don't get no prankster this turn, sir. I get a nice intimidate though, for real. Alright, so turn 1 antics. We're going to burn this Rillaboom, and we are going to then go after this Lando. Once this Rillaboom is burned, we are in the clear. Lando, torn. Lovely. We like to see that. Because Weezing isn't a threat, is it? No, Weezing is doing nothing. Big brain would be to go after Weezing, but not a big brain this time, you know? But that's okay. Weezing land the Will-O-Wisp, absolutely massive. Rillaboom is now a baby. -1 and burn. We love that. Now we can actually just start rock sliding, to be fair, to deal with the Taunt. We don't want to Terror yet either, but I think rock slide is definitely the call. And I think I can just Sludge Bomb into Rillaboom this time as well, yeah. Like, I'm not really that scared of the Taunt. Like, I mean, I could always go into Iron Hands, but no, we're gonna go Sludge Bomb, yeah. Bleak Wind Storm, bad move, bad move, bad move. Oh, Weezing did not enjoy that. Jesus, my boy deserved better than that. U-turn, right? You're gonna give me the Citrus Berry proc, thank you, sir. And you're gonna get rid of your Intimidate, but that doesn't really matter. I really hope you brought Arcanine so that he can enjoy this rock slide, you know? Okay, have too much trouble. Milotic. Okay, this is the one thing I was scared of. This is fine, right? That is huge damage. Sludge Bomb, actually good. Right, sweet. This is really good. We go Terra Water. Actually no. I'm going to protect this turn, and I'm going to cycle into Iron Hands here because I could theoretically Terra, but what if he hits Ice Beam and then he just destroys my Lando? I'd rather just get into here and be able to fake out Guarantee and take out this Milotic in one. Milotic is looking to be a good Pokemon, by the way. It's going to be fun in Regulation E. I'm shiny hunting one right now to get to use it. Scald. Yep, that's why Milotic's good, because that move actually exists on Pokemon again now. Right, let's go Rock Slide here. And actually, do we want to Rock Slide here? Do we want to Rock Slide? Do we want to Rock Slide? How many turns is left in Tailwind? 1. Yeah, right. We need to get rid of Torn this turn, so we do need to Rock Slide. So this is huge. And let's fake out this Milotic as well. I want to fake out the Milotic. Yes, because then we're going to get the Rock Slide damage anyway. We might even be able to just get... Might not even need to Wild Charge it if we can get a Rock Slide off and take out. That'd be huge. W. Ah, there we go. There's the scared antics. That's fine. Fake out does its job there. Auto reveals that it's Skull Protect right now. Not too bad, not too shabby. Speed Fell is huge. I definitely need to pivot out my Landorus so that he can get an Intimidate off next. I'm assuming you bring in Rillaboom here, right? Ting-Lu, okay, interesting. So Rilla, Ting-Lu, Milotic. That's not really benefiting your Milotic anyway, is it, you know? I actually think protecting Lando is the correct play here, and now Wild Charging this Milotic. Because even if it goes Terror here, we find out what its Terror is and we still do damage, and then we're good. Yeah, I would assume you go Terror into Milotic here, right? Oh no, a Terror in Ting-Lu, okay. Poison, that's fine. Lando can deal with that. He'll still be about, you're not dealing with him this turn. Iron Hands are going to do the thing this turn. Get ready your Milotic. And then it's just Rilla and Ting-Lu versus my team. Icy Wind, okay. So we've got Icy Wind, Scald, Protect. That's probably an okay-ish moveset. I haven't really deep dove into Milotic's moveset here yet, so I'm assuming you've done that so that your Ting-Lu can get a move off, but that's just not going to happen. Your Milotic is gone. Goodbye, friend. Salutations. Enjoy yourself. Stomping Tantrum, that's fine. Right, so what we actually want to do here, out my knee, is bring Weezing back in so we can burn the Tinglu. And then we pivot out. Rillaboom's already burned, so he's not really a threat. We just need to get the burn on this Tinglu now. Lando gets protected because of Ability Shield. Now we can get another Intimidate off, and we can get the burn, and then like these two are going to be literal wet flannels, and we can just win the game off of them not doing any damage. An interesting calc to find out right now. I doubt it. At the same time, Tinglu doesn't look like he moves very fast at all. Take out, correct. Yep, lovely. Oh my god, Weezing is faster than Tinglu. Nice little bit of information that probably doesn't mean a lot now in Regulation E. But if these Pokemon were about in the original Regulation, it definitely would have. That's only doing 50 damage now. Got both burned. And I have Ogerpon on the field to be able to deal huge damage. So, yeah. I'd say that's game, set, match, really. I'm going to Spiky Shield this turn to find out. And I'm also going to Sludge Bomb into this Rillaboom here. The battle was cancelled. My opponent knew. GG's, bro. God, Weezing is so good. Use Weezing. Trust.
100 of lives.
Mm-hmm.